Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. It is me George, and as always it is a pleasure to have you. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do here or somewhere down there. Subscribe, like, comment. Remember, I am here to share all the knowledge and information that I have, and such critical information as I am going to share today. So today I'm going to talk about water, and why is water important to you? Water is life. For one, water is life. We can only survive for a few days without water. We can survive without food, but not without water. But my friends, there is a problem, and that is why I find it critical and important for us to talk about water this time and this day. So why is water important? Of course, let me throw in some facts before I share my own story and how I am able to live free of water bills and free of any water insecurity. So some statistics for you. Approximately only 6 countries in the world can be able to secure water supply for their own residents by 2040. Only 6. Not the richest, but a collection of both rich and poor. Only 6 can be able to assure of water supply for their own residents by 2040. Again, water scarcity has been weaponized, or water issues have been weaponized. They have been politicized. We are having issues with the Nile here in Africa. We have issues with various rivers and who has rights to which and where. It is even a question of existence to some countries. Of course, also water is continually being polluted, and what I'm talking about today is fresh water. Remember, we have a lot of sea water. Actually, we only have 3% of drinkable fresh water. Drinkable fresh water is water that you can consume without it harming you. Only 3% of the water is actually fresh water that is consumable. The rest, of course, is salt water that you cannot directly consume or water your crops or use, even though it is in abundance. So what I'm talking about is fresh water. So remember also, the freshwater sources are continuously being polluted. They are also continuously being mixed up with seawater, becoming what is called brackish water, which is still unconsumable, only consumed by mangroves, and still not consumed by many, or being not used by any other form of uses. So water is of critical importance to you today. So think about it. Think about those facts. Think about water. Think about especially fresh water. So it was in this view. However, my reasons were not the above. My reasons was the inconsistent supply of water from the utility. We realized that the utility provider is water stressed, especially after long periods of drought. They cannot be able to deliver water to all the residents near Nairobi, Kenya. So I thought to myself, how can I secure myself with good, drinkable, clean, fresh water? How can I be water secure? And especially now, we thought about our mom who cannot collect water, who is aging, and so we set up a water system for her so that she would, of course, have constant supply of water. So the cost was not really an implication for us. However, the cost is also a factor. Since this is a financial channel, we are also going to share the figures, not just talk or hot air, but the figures. So Nairobi has around 900, the minimum in the last 10 years has been 900 milliliters of rain annually. So for the whole year, about 36 inches of rain. And my mom's house has 1,000 square foot roof. So the collection area is 1,000 square feet, or 92 meters squared. And this surface is able to get for us annually around 81,764 liters, 81,764 liters roughly, or around 21,600 gallons. So from 36 inches of rain or 900 milliliters of rain, we are at least able to collect in the toughest year that amount of water. So that is quite a significant amount of water, and please write somewhere down and keep the figures in mind. So of course there are a few things to consider. One is of course the surface, but also the storage. Remember, rain does not rain every day, and even if it rains every day, you need a way of collecting it so that you can be able to have it available when you need to use it. So in this system, we not only collected the water, but we also stored the water. So we stored the water in water tanks, and of course we had to consider. So this was the mathematics that I had to square down. So the consumption for my mom's house is around 3 units or 3,000 liters or 3 meters cubic of water per month. So annually coming to 36,000 liters. 36,000 liters in gallons is 9,510 gallons annually. So we also had to consider one of the following factors: the rainy season. In Kenya, the rainy season is we have 2 rainy seasons. We have the long rains and the short rains. So the long rains come between March and May, so from the months of March to May, and the short rains come from November to December and sometimes mid-January. However, we're only going to work in this instance with 2 months. So in those 2 months is where most of the rainfall actually occurs. And so we had to consider how we size the system. Of course, scientifically, you would be able to size the system between the months when you have the rain and when you have the next rains. So for us, the longest period between the rains was from June to October, which is 6 months. Remember, I told you my mom uses 3,000 liters of water. So let us work with liters for now for simplicity, but I will get back to you with the converted figures in gallons. So for the 3,000 liters, we can have at least storage, maximum storage of 6 months. So that comes to around 18,000 liters or around 4,752 gallons water storage. Of course, that would take her from one end of rainy season to the beginning of the new season, and the maximum size between the long and the short rains is 6 months. So of course that is all good. However, it's important to consider that there are sporadic rains, and therefore that is the maximum water storage that we can have. However, because of sporadic rains here and there, we don't actually need such big storage. So for us, our criteria was we try out a smaller storage, then we can be able to scale up as we deem appropriate. So we started with 7,000 liter water storage, and surprisingly enough, it has been in operation for the last 1 year, and surprisingly enough, we have not lacked water. So she has always had water when she needed. She has not been water stressed, but she has always had water. Reason being, there has been some sporadic rains between the seasons, and they are able to top up her water supply. So what did the system cost us? Because this is a financial channel, we need to also talk about the figures. So the costs of the 7,000 liter storage capacity and the pipes that channel the water inside the tanks, of course, come to around 35,000 shillings or $350. So that is the cost of the tanks. Remember, I have told you there has not been a time that she has been water stressed or lacked water. So this has been sufficient for us. So from a possible maximum size of 18,000 liters, we came down to 7,000 liters so that we can be able to monitor and see the need for upgrading here and there instead of having a big system that is costly and may not be that necessary. So for the 7,000 liters, we are able to save, in terms of money figures, 450 shillings per month, or $4.50, coming to a saving of around almost 60 US dollars. So the exact figures, so if you take the total costs, which is 40,000, divide by the savings that we have, which is 450, we are able to come with a repayment period of 6 years, 4 months. So the system, the water storage, will be able to, the water collection and storage system will be able to pay for itself in 6 years and 4 months. Of course, that is the ideal situation. The costs that we are considering, that is water supply from the grid. If we were to consider water supply by private water distribution companies, we would think about 3,000 liters would need to around 3,000 shillings to be able to fill such a tank monthly. And therefore, if you were to consider the private means also, private means of water distribution, then the repayment period will be much, much shorter. So in that instance, we're able to provide for her free, fresh, safe drinking water. And this system, of course, will be able to last for years. So beyond the 6 years, 4 months, this system will be able to last for much, much longer. And she'll be able to use this system continuously and be able to upgrade, of course, when the need comes. So she's free from the grid connection of water. She has full supply. She has fresh water, and the system will pay for itself in 6 years and 4 months. Of course, the tank and the collection system will be able to last at least 20 years. So for the 14 or so years after the repayment, it is just free. And again, I say free water. So those are the figures. The typical home, of course, in Nairobi, in Africa, and various parts of the world is around, of course, 1,000 square feet or 92 square meters for a 3-bedroom house. And this system will be applied to many households. Of course, such a system is only appropriate if you do not have freezing temperatures, because again, this water storage is outside. However, if you also have freezing temperatures, you could consider underground water tanks, but the cost outlay would be much, much different. And you would need to insulate the pipes and things like that, and that would be another cost implication on your part. So this system costs 35,000 and it is free water. So thank you once again for coming to my channel, where I share with you financial hacks like this that will be able to see you water secure even as we go towards 2040. So don't be part of the statistic. Don't be waiting on the government to supply you with water, and only 6 governments in the world will be able to supply water to their residents. So thank you once again. And remember, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe or here, like, comment, and share this channel with your friends. Share this link too, and you are always welcome. Thank you.